I'm Renee. This is Renée. This is Paolo, who frequently needs to come and say hello and give kisses when Mama's doing something. So, welcome to the channel. I am an American who moved to France in the summer of 2024. And this channel is really talking about transformation and change. It is a field that I have worked in for a couple of decades now, and have gone through obviously lots of transformation and change in my own life. So it's a topic near and dear to my heart, particularly these days when everything feels like nothing is quite normal anymore, and the world is full of change and transformation, and sometimes that makes us feel a little uncomfortable. So I really want to speak into that in ways that hopefully will allow people to gain some comfort when they find themselves wanting to approach a change in their own life. In this video, so if you enjoy this video, I hope that you will like, subscribe, all the things, and follow along on this journey. And I will leave links below in the show notes for how to reach me if you need some help working with transformation and change in your own life and wanting to grab on and follow your own dreams. So now, what I wanted to talk about today, like I said, for a couple of decades now, I have worked in the corporate world, and oftentimes I would be asked, how do you do what you do? Can you show our people how to do what you do? My clients would frequently ask me that, ask me how to train their people to do what I do. And I never had a great answer for this question, because I was pretty sure that what made me successful, if I described it, they wouldn't quite believe it. Because for me, I truly feel that what makes me successful is the strength of my intuition, the strength of that gut sense that I get of things. When things feel like they work cohesively together, I will get a sense of that. If they don't feel that way, if things don't feel harmonious, I will get a sense of that in my gut, and it just won't let go of that sense. And I have allowed that sense to guide my work in the corporate world for a very long time. And I truly believe that that's what has made me so successful. Over the years, I've kind of found that I have two ways to talk about my work. I can talk about it in corporate terms that that world finds acceptable. So I can talk about my talent or my skill or my experience, or even having some luck is an acceptable term. But nowhere was there room to talk about having intuitive guidance or spiritual gifts or being guided by the language of my body. There's no room to talk about that in that world. So for the longest time, I might end up feeling almost like there's two versions of me. There was this corporate rule-based talented, skillful version of me that got things done in the corporate world. And so I could talk about it that way. But then there was this spiritual version of me, this version of me that began studying shamanism 20 years ago and began picking up personal growth material longer than that, and who over the years have studied energy tools, reading energy, you know, reading polarities, spiritual guidance, working with my own spiritual guides, really reading the energy of a situation, and a whole host of just over these many decades now of exploring and growing personally. I would just follow the things that called to me, everything from numerology to human design, all of the things. and and as I would take on those things that felt true for me and embody some things, leave some things behind, it kind of all ended up really truly coalescing to be this, multidimensional version of me. And that was who was showing up in my work every day, not just that corporate version. But I always had to speak about those things differently. And for the longest time, it left me feeling a bit like having two versions of myself. So, with the courage to say yes to my lifelong dream of living in France in 2024, and the process of moving here that summer, and then embarking on the journey of completing all of the things necessary to begin a life in a new country, in a new culture, in a new language. With each successful step accomplished, I gained more and more courage and confidence in myself, to perhaps embark on this journey of like unifying this version of myself in my work. And something that I've always wanted to do was to work with individuals. And I'm more encouraged than ever to work with individuals who are wanting a change in their own life. They are wanting to make a big transformation and they are just stuck. They're stuck in fear. They're stuck trying to figure out all of the answers. They're, I can laugh now because for the longest time, I waited. I've had this dream of living in France my entire life since I was a small child. And when I look at why I didn't do it earlier, I didn't do it earlier because fear. I think I was so afraid to a certain extent that I wanted to wait until I was in a marriage so we could do it together. There's somehow safety in numbers, right? and then of course marriage came, but then children came, and then you end up trying to wait for the right time, and that right time ended up at a certain point beginning to be discussed as after the kids graduate, and before you know it, like, life is going by and you still haven't done it, and you've had this longing in your heart for this thing, for this dream, and then you find yourself one day realizing that all of the things that had kept you from doing it no longer exist. Like they're no longer there. And the only thing between you and your dream is you. And you got to make a choice. And it's a powerful moment, but it's also a moment that you're not going to have all of the answers for. There's no way to have all of the answers for big transformational changes. You need to be able to take that first step, make that first leap, and trust that there will be the next step that you land on and the next step after that. So I am looking forward in this next iteration, this more unified iteration, where my experience in the corporate world gets to coalesce and work with my spiritual and intuitive growth, my intuitive gifts, and even access to my spirit guide family it's helping others navigate change and transformation. And those things, working through those things that get us stuck. And yeah, so I and Paolo, who wants to come up again because that's just the kind of puppy he is. He has also navigated change, moving to France. Yes, he has. Yes, you have. Stop. And anyway, yes. So I want to leave you with a couple of things to think about today. Are there aspects of you that you are hiding or not revealing to the world that you really wish to reveal? And maybe why do you keep hiding those things? What gifts do you have that you kind of keep under wraps? Let us know the full version of you. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you wish to talk about it publicly. I'd love for that. What would it feel like for you to just be you, to just fully embrace you, your gifts, who you are, and allow that person to be completely known? And what would that feel like? For me, I feel like it is time. It is beyond time. And I'm at the point in my life that it doesn't matter to me what other people think. They're going to think whatever they want to think, and that's none of my business. And so from that perspective, I gain peace to just be me and enjoy my life the way that I want to enjoy my life. And and help the people who are right to come and work with me. And yeah. So that's me on a beautiful day in Provence. And I hope that this video finds you well, no matter where you are in the world. And if you are navigating change, transformation, and are needing some assistance getting unstuck or working together through a transformation, please follow the links below. I'd love to hear from you, and let us get to know you, the real you. Okay, have a great day.